Oakley dokley, folks. We have our bags packed, so it is gonna be time for us to head westwards for Bose. The game is Trails in the Sky. Welcome, everybody. Hui, hui, hui. So yeah, last time we foiled the robbery of the fancy Sepith crystal from the mayor. It turns out that it was, in fact, that sweet, harmless academy student Josette who had stolen it because she was actually a professional thief from, like, the super, like, Team Rocket-y Phantom Thief kind of gang. So we beat the stuffing out of her. She escaped dramatically on an airship. And yeah, then we found out that the airliner Linde that old Papa Cassius Bright was traveling on has vanished over the Bose region. So we're going to be heading over there next to figure stuff out. Sherazard will be joining us on the quest, so hooray. I took care of one last thing off screen that I remembered I should do. So I'll just show that real quickly. There was one recipe still in the store that I forgot that we need to buy and eat, so I did it. The milk crepe. It is a to-go that heals HP for 200, so it's basically an upgraded version of the maple cookie. Good stuff, good stuff. I bought a bunch of supplies. We can make 5 of them. Of course, some of these are split across some other supplies here, but yeah, it'll be fine. Oh, I also, now that we're rolling in a lot of money, I bought a stack of marbled steaks so we can make some drill meatballs as well. If we feel like that at some point. Yay. But yeah, that's about all we got now. Otherwise, so let's be off. Let's hurry through this part, because this is familiar ground. Milk Main Road. After that, we will cross Vert checkpoint, and we'll be in the Bose region. How far away was it? It's like a couple of screens. It's not that bad. Pretty sure. Nah, here we are. Checkpoint. Who do I talk to about crossing the checkpoint? This guy? Hello there. Are you headed for Bose? We are. But how did you know we weren't just visiting again? Well, a number of people like yourselves have been passing through lately. Exponentially more than usual. Is that because flights have been suspended in the airspace over Bose? That's exactly what's happened. You wouldn't believe how busy this place is because of it. Well, the Royal Army is responsible for all the restricted flights. So you're really not in a position to complain. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Oh, and another thing. Traffic through this checkpoint is also being regulated. If you want to go through here, you'll have to get a pass from the Chief Warrant Officer next door. Okay. Chief Warrant Officer, next door. I believe it's a guy over here. The guy who we talked to do the training with, the CFO. Well, if it isn't Estelle, and Joshua too. Hello, Mr. Ashton. And this is Sherazard, if I remember correctly, right? Good afternoon, sir. We'd like to cross over into the Bose region, so we were wondering about getting a pass. Let me guess. This has something to do with the Linde, doesn't it? Yeah. Estelle explains that Cassius was aboard the missing airliner. Goodness, Cassius was aboard. This is major. I'll issue you a pass right away. Hey, gate pass, hooray. No side quests to get this. You must collect me 20 bear rumps before I will let you cross. Thank you, sir. But is it alright if you issue us a pass just like this? What are you talking about? I know you kids by face. And as a member of the Royal Army, I should do my best to cooperate with the Bracer Guild. Oh, but one other thing. Huh? Be careful if you have any errands at the Haken Gate north of here. You might want to hide your identities as bracers there. What do you mean? Nah, I'm sorry, but I can't say any more about the matter. But if you do intend to investigate the incident, please do so with discretion. I pray to Idios for Cassius' safe return. Hacken Gate. Why, that's on the border with the Erebonian Empire. Isn't that mysterious? The guys who I think were behind the war here in Liberal like a while ago, I think was the vibe. Anyway, yeah, now we got the gate passed, everything should be good. Alright, we got one. Well, that was quick. Okay then, how about I open the gate for you? The soldier opened the gate by remote control. Remote control? Are you kidding me? Now you can send radio waves? What is this technology? Rubber. Oh, and maybe remote control is like one of those like Flintstones remote controls where it like shoots out like a hummingbird out of the remote or something, in which case, okay, never mind. Now that I think about it, and the hummingbird flies and hits a button. It's a living. Alright, you're clear to go on through. Once you cross over, you won't be able to come back unless you get a pass from the other side. Please be aware of that before you cross. Got it. Well, we've taken care of all our side quests here, our other assignments here, so I don't think we really have any need to return to Roland for a while. So I think we can safely cross this threshold. Ah! Hey, I'm on the other side. I can still walk through. Wow. Oh no, I see. This is a airlock, if you will. Hey, I can still cross through. Ha ho ho ho. Ha! Are you headed to Bose? We are currently in a state of emergency. We are looking for any suspicious individuals among those heading from Bose to Roland. Really? The Ison Road, which runs north off East Bose Highway, is blockaded right now. For those heading to the north border, they'll have to go to Bose first and then wait until the road reopens. Oh, so we can't even go to Hawken Gate. Did I understand that right? Because that's the only way to the border. I guess? Huh. Hold on, does this just like... Wait a bloody sec... Oh, okay, never mind. I looked at the map wrong. I was like, wait a bloody second. Does this just connect to the other side? No, it just connects to like this park thing here. Oh, hey, a Healy thingy. That's good to remember this is here, cause... Spoilers, the monsters are going to be tougher, so we might be getting our keisters handed to us just on the road to Bose. What do we have here this time? Braces? Traveling the roads on foot is a bit of a hassle, isn't it? Well, be careful out there. Well, thank you. Ah, darn. It's a small thing, but it really does feel like now we're at the larger, wider, unknown world, because now nobody recognizes... It's not Sleepy Roland anymore, where people are like, well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. Now it's just like, well, a bunch of bracers, huh? Okay. So yeah, we are not going to go to Nabel Valley right now. We're not going to go to Hawken Gate, even if we could, if I understood correctly. If we can't really go at the moment. We're just going to make a beeline for Bose. That's a potential episode name. Gotta remember that one. Beeline for Bose. Oh, hello, new enemy. Let's see how we fare against local enemies. We'll run to the healing spot if this goes bad. What are you? A mad roper? I'm mad, and I'm dribbling with ropes. Okay, well, so far, Mad Roper not alarming me. Well, it did took 3 attacks to take 1 down, so I guess they have a healthy chunk of hit points. But, I'm not too worried, I think. Oh, a little mole creature. Hello there. Oh, look, you can even see it's like one of those star-nosed moles with the weird, like, tentacle noses, which is a real creature. They're not tentacles, they're like weird flesh prongs, but the point is that they have gross prongs coming out of their nose. Halo mole. Ho, 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 ho. I wonder why it's called that. That's actually a really weird name for... But sure. Actually a pretty cool name.
Seems you came up short.
Yeah, okay, so I think if we use our dual hit thing with Joshua, we'll pop off like big hits. So I think we can get those with one of those and then a regular attack from either Shera or Estelle. So I think we can handle the monsters, but once there starts to be multiples, we'll see how it goes, won't we? Oh, still just the one Mad Roper. Okay. Then this isn't too much of a problem. Just get in there and hoo-yah. In fact, this guy just... Wow, okay.
Oh, are we done already?
That was handy. So now that we're traveling here, Nibble Valley's to the north, if we need to remember, we'll come back there. Now that we're traveling, I guess I could mention something fun I saw today, before I started recording, on Steam, on the community pictures thingy. Let's see, we're crossing through the forest at this point. Should be nothing but straight forest for a while until we see the Haken Gate crossroads. Very good. Yeah, on Steam, I saw a map of the world map that someone had made. The Zemurian continent, at least. See, it's not even the world map yet, it's just a continent map. The continent is called Zemuria, I believe, where Liberal and Erebonia and Calvard and everything is. A mushroom snake. Oh, that's actually a really cool monster design. The Cobra hood kind of makes like a mushroom cap thing. That's a really cool enemy design. I really like this guy. Bye-bye.
Oh, are we done already?
Not enough to spare its life, but I like the guy. So I love, I'm not gonna lie, I love maps in fantasy settings. They always get my imagination bubbling, so I loved seeing that. Even though, and this is actually a positive for me, but you'll be amused to know that only half of the Zemurian continent is actually defined at this point in the Legend of Heroes Trails series. I believe, although I don't know if that map took the latest one, Kuro no Kiseki, into account. Maybe not. Maybe that was still... Whatever that game revealed may have been missing from that, because I didn't check how old that map was. But yeah, only half the continent is defined in the game so far, but it's fine. We'll talk about it a little more in a second, because something's up here. What's that headed this way? Oh, man, I'm so primed for action. I was ready for a monster to show up, but it's just it's just one of those airport cargo wheelie machine thingies. Very cute, I like it. Well, if it isn't Sherazard, how have you been? Fine, I haven't seen you in a while either. What are you up to? As you can see, I'm doing an escort job. I'm sure that you've heard about all the airliners being grounded after the Linde incident, right? Because of that, we have to move all this cargo to the Royal City by ground transport. I see. Well, your efforts are appreciated. So how about yourself? What are you doing with these youngsters? Don't tell me you're looking into the incident. That was the plan. Why? Do you know something we should be aware of? Well... I think it would be best if you spoke with Lugren about it at the Bose branch. Anyway, I've got to get going. Catch you later. So that's a fellow bracer, presumably. That seems like bracer jobs he's doing here. First Mr. Ashton and now him? Everyone keeps hinting at something, but no one will just come out and say it. I wonder what's up. Well, there must be a good reason for it, and we'll probably find our answers at the Bose branch. Agreed. We do as he suggests and ask Lugren about it, and we may just get a clue as to what's going on. Anyway, let's get moving. Ugh, more world building, isn't that lovely? Not like a crazy big huge thing or anything, just a nice little, hey, look at this. This is how cargo's moved, especially now that airliners don't work. And here's a friend of Shera's. Grant. Speaking of world building, that world map. Oh yeah. So, First of all, I was really excited to see that this huge, well, huge, but this very large world that we're adventuring in here in Trails in the Sky, the Kingdom of Liberal, it is so tiny compared to all the other areas revealed, including the Erebonian Empire, which is like at least 6 times the size of, 6 times the size of, Liberal. So that just got my juices flowing, like, oh my god, there's so much huge wide world out there. So much opportunity, that's so exciting. But paradoxically, I have to say, I really like that style of revealing the world where you start like piece by piece. Are these guys weak? No, they're not weak against air. Or Sylphan Whip. I'm gonna do this anyway. We can get some AoEs. I should have used Josh's Slice 'em and Dice 'em. Not that it really mattered. In fact, I don't think I still even need it now. Oh my god, we're a point off from getting our special move. So yeah, I find something really nice about, like, in fantasy stories when, like, you start small and you just kind of keep expanding the world. Which apparently, I guess that's what happened in this game. Like, obviously the developers had an idea for neighboring countries, but like, I'm sure that they weren't like fully fleshed out. That's so much unnecessary work at this point when they were making these games to, like, you know, let's design the whole damn continent, right? Like, I don't think they would have done all of that. It wasn't necessary. Like, obviously. Because, okay, spoilers again, some Erebonian politics is going to come up in this game. I know that much. That's about the extent that I played this game, is a certain character who I think was from Erebonia, was the, like, twist. I don't know, we'll see. I'm talking too much. So, obviously they had some idea, like, you had to have some idea of, like, the world out there, like, the wider world, but, like, but that's, like, big picture stuff, and, you know, just, like, stuff that's necessary for the story being told in this game. So I imagine they left, like, a lot of stuff undefined of this world, and I think that's really fun, is, like, because if you're, like, truly, like, not knowing what's happening in, you know, if you're, like, truly, like, if even the developers haven't designed everything, then that's just like maximum like intrigue of like, oh my god, what do you think the world outside the scope of this story is like? I think that's really juicy. That's like really fun to like imagine stuff like that. So like I'm really happy to see that that's what they're doing. It's like they're building the world piece by piece with every game, and they haven't like defined everything yet on the world map even. Like the contours of the continent are there, but like a lot of it's left still in the dark on like what's going on elsewhere. Ooh, didn't quite make it. Oh well. Oh, that's what you guys do. Oh, that is a tricky sitch. Yeah, these guys were weak against wind, right? There was one enemy here that was weak against wind when I was looking at the monster weaknesses. I think it was those guys. Haha, I cut across the path. Let's have a quick look down here at the dip. Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, I'm so, like, intrigued to see this world expand itself. I mean, just this game, like, you know. And, well, I said I like piece by piece, but like I said, I just love fantasy maps. So I'm, like, super jazzed about just staring at this big map. So I'm just like, oh my god, what's life like in Rouen? What about Zeiss? What about the capital? I'm, like, really looking forward to just exploring this map as well. And I love me some mountains, so, like, going up to Crone Pass is gonna be fun. Yeah, that, again, just a reminder, that's how far I played this game, is I played this chapter 1, and I think I crossed Crone Pass and I was coming down the mountains, and then I kind of tapped out on the game when I first played this years and years ago. So that'll give you an idea of how much I know, and honestly I've forgotten quite a bit. But I'm pretty sure there was a guy who was like, is an Erebonian character who comes up later on in this plot. We'll see. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass here. This guy, so yeah, it has to be those ropers that were who had wind weakness, I think. I can't reach anybody. I'll just run in. Little by little, we are working this guy. I think that was the first enemy that actually got a move off on us. Was that Star Mole? Not Star Mole, Halo Mole. I mean, it is kind of a Star Mole with that nose of its, but... Where are we on the map, speaking of? Getting close to Bose. We're gonna pass the Hawken Gate path real quick, and then we'll be heading west. I mean, speaking of fantasy maps, like, if we talk about RPG books, like... I think the maps have always been my favorite in like a campaign setting of an RPG book, or like, you know, if you're reading a fantasy novel and there's like a map on the inside cover. I think those have kind of been my favorite thing. I do admit that as a kid I really read the monster manuals, because like monsters, yeah. I always read those like really because I think, yeah, monsters. Come on, monsters. Everyone loves monsters. So obviously I was super jazzed about like monster manuals and Dungeons and Dragons. But I think ultimately, even back then, I think there may have been a little bit of like, yeah, but the real shit is all the like world guides and the maps and like figuring out what every place is like. I know at least in my teens I was super jazzed for the 3rd edition Forgotten Realms campaign setting, because it comes with a giant poster map of Faerun. Oh my god, I blacked out for a second on what the Forgotten Realms place is called. It got a giant poster map of Faerun, and just like pages and pages of what every place in Faerun is like. I'm like, ooh, this is so cool! But if I had to design a fantasy world, I would actually do the piece-by-piece thing. I would definitely start small, and I would just kind of mad-lib, coming up with, like, you know, expanding the map, rather than just like, I'm gonna make this giant continent and come up with everything right away. Unless I had, like, a really good hook for what the world was like. That's a... Yeah, I guess I could go either way. I'm not gonna be designing any fantasy world, so never mind. But, like, I guess if you put me on the spot, like, I guess I would consider that first. Anyway, we finally made it here. This is the commercial city of Bose, which sits at the heart of the Bose region. Wow, this definitely looks like a city. Of the 5 major cities in Liberal, this one comes next after the Royal City. Compared to Roland, the buildings are all made of stone and seem a lot bigger. Does anyone have any idea what that huge building is over there? That's the Bose Market. It's an indoor marketplace made up of various shops. Food, clothing, sundry goods, furniture, books, and so on. You can pretty much buy everything here with the exception of weapons and ornaments. It's not surprising that they call this place a commercial city. Man, I really wish this trip could have been for shopping. Maybe some other time. Let's first stop by the guild and find out what's going on regarding the incident. Now, alright. Just so you know, the Bracer Guild is just right over there. Well, damn. Let's have a quick look. So here's North Block of Bose. That's right. Bose is so huge, there's no, like, central place like Roland. So we got South Block, and actually I think that's all. There's 2 blocks, and the landing port. I guess Roland had, like, separate areas as well, but, you know... Bose had various shops areas as well, but they were, like, tiny. There was the mayor's residence and the landing port, not, like, an entire block. Anyway, we do have the letter to take to Father Holstein in the church, and that is right over there. But I think we should definitely introduce ourselves at the guild first, and then go deliver that letter. Because we're going to be cashing in our assignment at the guild anyway, so we gotta drop by here real quick. Wow, look how fancy this guild is compared to our sleepy place. Here's the Anti-Rose. It's a cafe. We could drop by and eat real quick first, right, guys? Good day to you, and welcome to Anti-Rose. Do you have a reservation? Nope. Is this a restaurant then? It is as you say, yes. I am the manager, Lecter. Attend to the restaurant's needs while the owner is away. Herein, the best quality ingredients and servers await you, amounting to the greatest dining experience of your life. I personally guarantee that if you partake of our delicacies, you will emerge full and satisfied. Please, come this way. I will gladly show you to a table. Wow, this guy's got a lot of confidence in his restaurant. And I must admit, it certainly does look like a nice place. Yeah, but he's a bit pushy, don't you think? I mean, when I see this place, my first thought is cha-ching. We'd go broke if we ate here. It's not cheap, that's for certain. If one wished to stay for a full-course dinner, let's see. Okay, well, I mean, we've got like 5,000 Mira rocking over, like 5,500. So, like, I think we'd be set. And would require the bounty from 30 large monsters at minimum to gather enough Mira. Oh my god, and if you get like a 300 per monster, maybe, let's say, Jesus, that's going over 10,000 Mira then, wow. Yikes, yeah, that's closer to 100,000 Mira, right? Look, 300 times 30, 300, no, not, sorry, no, it's 9,000. Yeah, it's close to 10,000, yeah, oh my god, wow, yow! Yeah, not for me, thanks. At that price, I'll gladly go to street vendor. Deep fried palm on a stick, palms in a blanket, palm and gravy, palm mashed palms into palm. Okay. Right. That's kind of cute, because, like, you don't... I mean, I'm not saying this doesn't happen in every video game, but the RPG where there's, like, a shop that you can't, like, partake in because you can't afford it, it's like, again, like, world building. I'm saying in this game it's cute because, like, our expectations aren't there to be like, wait, we can't afford to eat in this shop? Well, no, because we're from, like, a tiny town and we're, like, beginners, so we're not strapped with cash. And it's just like a cute idea, like we feel kind of like Estelle here, I mean, a bit of a fish out of water, like being like overwhelmed by like this fancy restaurant. Well, not overwhelmed, but just like kind of like being like blindsided by how like expensive it is, which is the feeling that Estelle kind of has here, and we kind of get that as well. Like, oh, okay, we can't actually eat in this place because it's too expensive for us. So yeah, I'm not saying that other RPGs don't do something like that, but like. You know, that moment just now kind of warmed my cockles of my heart by how they did that, yeah.